If I knew what I know now, I would have a Word document with every single process that I have to do in business. Okay, the sales process. I have to take a call with the client.
Yeah.
How can I delegate some of this? How can I use technology to automate some of this? That will make my life easier, right? And that's the type of stuff that you find out after years of running a business.
Yeah, it's so good. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Digital Storytellers Academy. My name is Juat Payne, and this is my brother here,
Bakari Kamal.
Yes, sir. So we want to thank you guys so much for tuning into our channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And also, since you are here, we do want to give you guys a free guide to support you in your media journey. Okay, so go ahead and download your PDF that'll help you in photo, video, editing, brand strategy, all of the things. You can get access to that by clicking the link below. But today, what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about both of us individually have our own videography production businesses.
Yes, indeed.
And some of you guys may be on this channel because you're interested in doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So we would love to kind of talk about our journey, what we know now.
Yes.
If you were to start over again, what's something that you would do when you're starting your videography company? Okay, so you want to start that off?
Sure. I think, one of the things that I've learned about the area of video production, first of all, is that equipment is expensive, right? Hiring contractors and labor is expensive. And so I would say one of the first things I would do is just be more familiar with how to run a business financially. Right? Understanding those type of things. And that will really set you up to understand profit margins. And, as a videographer, you're always thinking creatively, but sometimes the business side gets left behind. And so I think that's something I would do is just really think about, what capital do I have to invest into this business? And also, what area of video do I want to focus on?
That's good.
Because I think I started off doing like everything. And I'm like, okay, I want to get a wedding here. I'm going to do a quinceañera here. I'm going to do all these different things, small business, nonprofit, etc. And I think it's hard to be able to tailor your marketing, your messaging, and really even get better at the craft for that particular type of media when you are all over the place. So those are some things that I would really fine tune if I was to start all over again. What about you?
That's so good. A big one for me is charging what you're worth. Charging what you're worth. When you start off as an entrepreneur, it's so easy to settle. It's so easy to say, hey, we got to pay the bills. We got to take care of different things. So any project that comes our way, let's go ahead and take it. Then on the back end, you kind of have the sense of regret. I'm like, okay, this isn't what I expected, or even working with this type of client, or the back end work that's involved. So I think it goes down to, like how you mentioned, niching down on specifics of areas of focus, but also niching down to like, hey, these are our price points. This is what we can offer. If anything doesn't fit in that area, you don't have to settle. You go ahead. It's really a thing of faith and trust. If God called you to this specific area to be an entrepreneur, He's going to bless it. He is going to bless it. The scriptures literally tell us if we are unfaithful, He remains faithful because He cannot deny who He is.
Absolutely.
There's no way. He can't.
He can't.
Everything will fall apart. God has to be God,
Yes, sir.
So with that, if He called you to this, He's going to take care of it. Sometimes when we're actually scraping and trying to do it ourselves and get every little gig and everything, no, that's not going to work. So with that, it's gotten to the point where we're like, you know what? Trust in the Lord. Don't lean on your own understanding. Seek His will. He's going to show you which path to take. He's going to show you which client to take, which ones to pursue. And a second thing I would say is having that vision already of building a team. Building a team is key because this is a lot of work. If you want to do this industry, it is a lot of work. Really in the post-production editing phase, going out and shooting and doing photos and things like that too. There's a lot of setup and everything the right way. But it's on the back end when you're creating that story. it has to make sense, and it takes a lot of work to put it together. It's nice to have a team to spread things out and get all of that flowing, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think that touches on a good point when it comes to, you know, do you want to be a CEO of a video production company? Do you want to be a solopreneur that's a videographer?
Right.
Or do you want to be a freelance, you know, who does video contractually, you know, as an individual? But I think, you know, understanding that will help you navigate how you set up structure in your business.
Yeah, that's good.
And then the other thing is really setting up some structure. And I think I would put a lot more emphasis on pre-production. I never used to do pre-production when I first started. I just went in, I trusted my creativity. I trusted, you know, what I thought the client wanted. And it led to headaches in post-production. Maybe production went excellent. I got some great footage. I got all the interviews I thought I needed. But then in post-production, they wanted me to get something or do something that could only have been done if the pre-production was taken care of.
That's it.
And so the pre-production is the most important part of what shows up on the screen, because that's the opportunity for you to understand the client's expectations, the client to understand your expectations, for you all to bring that into alignment and marry that up with the budget. And so I think, you know, I would immediately have a pre-production meeting guaranteed with my client before I do any project at the beginning of my career if I was starting over.
That's so good, man. I love it. And, you know, we also offer this Media Mastery Bootcamp. You know, the Media Mastery Bootcamp literally goes through this. I believe it's day 3, we talk about post-production and editing. Day 4, we talk about launching your creative business, where we actually hit on these specific topics. And I feel like our students were so blessed. I remember it was just so cool seeing them just taking these notes as we were kind of laying it out, because they're ready to apply this to their industry, or ready to apply this to their creative brand. You know, so with that, these are just key topics, key points that everyone starting any type of business should keep in mind on the front end. So when you're in the midst of it, everything just flows smoothly. So take what we went through, and so you don't necessarily have to go through it.
I think that's just like a good general point, is keep learning and educating yourself, right? Like, you need to learn the skill set. You also need to learn the business side. And you have to continue to get educated in both of those areas. To that point, there's another gem that I wish I knew when I started off, was systems and processes. Documenting, like, you don't really find that important when you first start off, or at least I didn't. But if I knew what I know now, I would have a Word document with every single process that I have to do in business. Okay, the sales process, I have to take a call with the client, whatever the case may be. So I think getting those processes documented so you can figure out, once again, how can I delegate some of this? How can I use technology to automate some of this? That will make my life easier, right? And, you know, I think that's the type of stuff that you find out after years of running a business.
So good. Oh man, we can keep going on. These topics are so good.
Yes, sir.
But guys, these are the topics we'll be talking about on this channel. So get excited, and remember, below, comment. Let us know any questions or any experience that you've had. You may have already started a production business. Tell us experiences as well, so the whole community here can understand and learn from one another. And remember, we have the Media Mastery Bootcamp coming up February 24th to the 28th. So if you want to get hands-on experience, if you want to learn step by step from photography all the way to brand and content strategy and things like that, make sure you go ahead and sign up for the Media Mastery Bootcamp. Enrollment is open right now, and the link is below. And while you're there, go ahead and get your free gift, the PDF that will help you step by step get through those processes as well as you are learning and going through this journey of media mastery. God bless you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.